What's going on? It's your boy Kane Brown, Curbside Mechanic, outside once again with the Mark IVs. Today we're going to do some work on Tony. Now, the issue that I was having with Tony before, the transmission was not switching gears. So I could have bought some solenoids to replace that, or just get a new transmission. I went for the new transmission. So I have the transmission over here on the side. What I'm going to do is get the car prepped up, ready, so I can go ahead and change out the transmission. I have it jacked up on jack stands. I have the front tires off. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and take out the battery, air box, and everything so I can get to the starter. And then I'm going to go in and remove the axles, unbolt the transmission, drop it down, and replace the other one. See how it works for today. Hopefully we can get Tony back up and running good. And also, I know I'm going to have time because I'm going to change out the diverter. Got a new blow off for it, a new forge. Should sound real good. Aww. Yeah, I tried to paint it out before. Didn't work out all that well. So I'm going to end up doing that to it as well. Not today though. Let's get it running. I found a key, so I don't have to worry about the immobilizer anymore. Let's get it. Alright, next I am going to disconnect this little clip here where all the wires are running through. I'm going to need to also disconnect these coolant hoses right here. I don't want to do that yet because I don't want to wet up my area while I'm working at. I'm going to have to disconnect this right here for the power steering to get to the bolt under the bottom. If you can see it right here. For the starter. I'm going to do that now. And then I'm going to start disconnecting some stuff. I don't have to disconnect the, all this, not disconnect it, but I have to take apart these things right here for the shifter. So let me make some room and I'll get to it. It'll be easier to see. Alright, so I have the starter loose. The bolt won't come out for it. So I'm just go ahead and drop the transmission. I'll worry about that later. I have the up down or the shifter cable disconnected. That was just this one little thing popped off right here. The clamp that holds it down with some 13mm bolts, that's a loose. This sensor is detached. I think there's something else in the back right here that I'm forgetting about. Yep, I gotta take this right here off. I definitely don't want to break it. I think that's the speed sensor. After that, I'm going to go ahead and take this loose and this loose right here. Right now, I'm going to go up under and start disconnecting the transmission. Alright, I hope you can see. Everything under here is about 16mm. I'm going to take this pan off right here. I already broke it loose. Two 16s up front, two 13s in the rear. Doggone mount is off. Bushings look pretty good. Put that off to the side. 1, 2, 3. So those are loose. It's like 2 more bolts up top I need to take off. This one right here. There's 1 more behind this hose. Alright, give me a minute. Alright, all the crazy stuff is done. Now here's the hard part. I took this jack, raise it up high enough to support the engine, lower the engine mount, separate the transmission or pull it apart from the block, drop it down, and get the new one on. Let's see how we do. I don't think this little jack gonna work. This is my old one. It did good for a little while. I just don't think it has that height clearance on it. Find some blocks of wood or something. That is not going to do it for me. Alright, that's a little better. I had to rig something up real quick. Now I'm going to take the other jack, put up under the transmission, and I'm going to loosen the mount, drop it down. Hopefully I don't drop it all on myself. But maybe I can record it. Let's see what happens. Yo, I did all that and I forgot to take the axles loose. So I'm gonna jack the engine back up a little bit so it'll give me break a little bit of tension off of there. Take the axles loose and then I'll drop the transmission. I was like, why is it not coming out? Here we go. Alright, I got the axles loose. Let's see if we can freak this engine out, or this transmission out. Let's see if we can do this. can't get the damn transmission out. You know, it's like last year. I had to get the tranny out.
Damn.
It's like everything, it won't drop. I can't separate it. I gotta pull it far enough away from the motor.
You might need a drink, bro.
I think I need one. I know I need one.
I got you, whatever you need.
Jeez. Give me a few minutes. Oh wow, big change of scenery. So yeah, it's nighttime now. It took me like mad long to get the other transmission off because there was one bolt on top that I did not take off. So I got the old transmission off. Can't even see anything. There we go. Got the old tranny off, about to drop the new one in, and bolt everything back up. And yeah, but that one bolt, man, I'm telling you, I almost had some badness go on here since it's so dark and everything. You know, it's rough to see. Like I said, I'm going to drop this new tranny in here, and I'll get back with you in the morning. All right. I got a few final things to do to Tony before I can get her back up and running. I have to put the shifter on, make sure I have all the connectors connected, put the battery back in, put the box in, give her some juice, and start her up. Once I start her up, I'll go ahead and change out the diverter. So that should be great. So, appreciate you rocking with me. Give me a few minutes, which is going to be a few seconds actually.